This is part 2, and if you haven't watched my video from yesterday about the angels and everything, please do so before watching today's 2. I'm sorry, I posted them this morning. I recorded them yesterday, but yeah. Okay, so watch those first 2 that I posted today, then you can watch these. Okay, so I was at, in all the heavens are thy throne forever, and the whole earth thy footstool forever and ever. For you have made and you rule all things, and nothing is too hard for you. Wisdom departs not from the place of thy throne, nor turns away from thy presence. And you know and see and hear everything, and there is nothing hidden from you, for you see everything. And now the angels of the heavens are guilty of trespass, and upon the flesh of men abide thy wrath until the great day of judgment. So the fallen ones fell with the enemy, the dragon. They fell with him, and his tail whipped a third of the good angelic beings, stars as the world tries to call them, to the earth, and that is those who are the good seed, so us who have his spirit. And okay, so and now, O God and Lord and great King, I implore and beseech. Hold on, I have to get the other one. And now, my Lord, now, O God and Lord and great King, I implore and beseech thee to fulfill my prayer, to leave me a posterity on earth, and not destroy all the flesh of man, and make the earth without inhabitant, so that there should be an eternal destruction. And now, my Lord, destroy from the earth the flesh which has aroused thy wrath, but the flesh of righteousness and uprightness establish as a plant of the eternal seed. But the flesh of righteousness, and uprightness establish and as a plant of eternal seed. He wanted me to read that a second time. And hide not your face from the prayer of your servant, O Lord. And after this I saw another dream, and I will show the whole dream to thee, my son. And Enoch lifted up his voice. That's important because of voice frequencies. Jesus has been speaking and teaching us about this. And spoke to his son Methuselah, to thee, my son, I will speak. Hear my words. Incline thy ear to the dream vision of the Father. Before I took my mother Edna, I saw in a vision on my bed, and behold, a bull came forth from the earth, and the bull was white. And after it came forth a heifer, and along with this latter came forth 2 bulls, and one of them black and another red. And that black bull, I can't see because of the stop button, gored the red one and pursued him over the earth, and thereupon I could no longer see that red bull, but that black bull grew, and that heifer went with him. I saw that many oxen proceeded from him which resembled and followed. I could no longer see that red bull, but the black bull grew, and the heifer went with him. I saw that many oxen proceeded from him which resembled and followed him, and that cow, that first one, went from the presence of that first bull in order to seek that red one, but found him not, and lamented with a great lamentation over him, and sought him. And I looked till that first bull came to her, quieted her, and from that time onward she cried no more. And after that she bore another white bull, and after him she bore many bulls and black cows. And I saw in my sleep that white bull likewise grow and become a great white bull. Wow, this is symbolic for the good seed. those who come from heaven to complete a mission in each realm. We become great white bulls or whatever. It's symbolic for us growing with the Lord, growing with God by His Spirit after coming to believe and being cleansed by Jesus' blood. And they began to begat many white bulls, which resembled them, one following the other, even many. And again I saw with my eyes as I slept, and I saw the heaven above, and behold, a star fell from heaven, and it arose and ate and pastured among those oxen. And after that I saw the large and the black oxen, and behold, they all changed their stalls and pastures and their cattle, and began to live with each other. And again I saw in the vision and looked toward the heaven, and behold, I saw many stars descend and cast themselves down from heaven to that first star, and they became bulls amongst those cattle, and pastured with them amongst them. And I looked at them and saw, and behold, all let out their privy members like horses, and began to cover the cows of the oxen. And they all became pregnant and bare elephants, camels, and asses. Okay, so that's like the fallen ones. The fallen ones conceiving babies with the angelic beings that are in the human host body, right? That's what He just put in my spirit, at least. So the fallen ones created elephants. Elephants, camels, and asses. He's talking about the Nephilim, the giants. And they all became pregnant and bare elephants, camels, and asses, and all the oxen feared them and were affrighted at them, and began to bite with their teeth, and to devour and to gore with their horns. They began moreover to devour those oxen, and behold, all the children of the earth began to tremble and quake before them, and to flee from them. And again I saw how they began to gore each other and to devour each other, and the earth began to cry aloud. Wow, that's the flood of Noah. And I raised my eyes again to heaven, and I saw the vision, and behold, there from heaven beings who were like white men, and four went forth from that place, and 3 with them. And those 3 had last come forth, grasped me by my hand, and took me up. These are angels from heaven. Took me up away from the generations of the earth, and raised me up to a lofty place, and showed me a tower raised high above the earth, and all the hills were lower. And one said unto me, Remain there till you see everything that befalls those elephants, camels, and asses, and the stars, and the oxen, and all of them. And I saw one of those 4 who had come forth first, and he seized that first star which had fallen from heaven, and bound it hand and foot, and cast it into an abyss. So that's one of the fallen angels who fell with the enemy. Now that abyss was narrow and deep and horrible and dark, and one of them drew a sword and gave it to those elephants and camels and asses. Then they began to smite each other, and the whole earth quaked because of them. And I was beholding in the vision, lo, one of those 4 who had come forth stoned them from heaven, and gathered and took all the great stars whose privy members were like those of horses, and bound them all hand and foot, and cast them into the abyss of the earth. And one of those 4 went to, I believe the 4 is like the archangels, went to that white bull, and instructed him in secret without his being terrified. He was born a bull, and became a man, and built for himself a great vessel, and dwelt therein. And 3 bulls dwelt with him in that vessel, and they were covered in. And again I raised mine eyes towards heaven, and saw a lofty roof. Okay, I'm skipping because right here it says, and again I saw in the vision those water torrents were removed from that high roof, and the chasms of the earth were leveled up, and another abyss were opened. Read this and ask Jesus to guide you, but it's pretty clear now.